My kidney journey is I went through kidney failure at 31 years old from juvenile diabetes and started dialysis in 1999 and did not think I was going to survive. It was very scary, not knowing. I did not have a mentor. I did not have anybody who's gone through it to help me through this process.
I remember one day I was working. I had to climb a flight of stairs and bring some product up 3 flights of stairs. And I remember climbing a flight of stairs and I just was completely out of breath. That was at a point where I figured, okay, there's something wrong here. I really need to go see a doctor. Went to my primary care doctor. A couple hours later, I got a call from Sharp Hospital. You have kidney failure. You need to report to the emergency room immediately. This is a matter of life or death. I just remember at that point, it was like the lowest low of my life. I thought my life was going to be over.
It wasn't until I went into the emergency room for another reason that they did a full blood panel and found out that I had kidney failure.
I was dealing with urologists the majority of my life because I had not only kidney disease, but I had a problem with kidney stones. I sat down with Dr. Boyskin and he said, Dennis, we can work through this. And that was the beginning of a 24-year partnership.
I chose my nephrologist by being told that I was in kidney failure, and my primary doctor recommended him. My relationship with Dr. Steinberg was fun and silly, but also very educational and serious at times. My relationship now with Dr. Lund is excellent. I relate to him because we are about the same age, and he understands what people go through.
Dr. Patel, he met me in the emergency room when I got diagnosed with kidney failure. It was a shock to me at the time. I didn't know I had a kidney failure. My kidney function was down to like 3%, and he met me in the hospital and talked to me about kidney failure and got to know me well and set me up on dialysis, and he's been my nephrologist now for over 13 years. He really took the time to not only tell me about it, but actually explain it in detail, and he gave me suggestions on what he thought was best for me, but he also explained both options for me. So he armed me with the knowledge to make my own decision, and it didn't feel like he was just a doctor doing his job. It felt like he was more of a partner with me. He was invested in my health as well as myself, so it really was a true partnership with him.
I met Dr. Patel in the hospital, which then led me to see him in his office after I got released to figure out what was causing my kidney failure. I definitely feel like Balboa Nephrology took the right steps to educate me in what I needed to learn through the whole process before I needed to get the kidney transplant. The doctors and nurses all explained every step of the way to make sure that I knew exactly what was going on and answer any questions I had. He's also very good at teaching you the function of a kidney. I remember one of the first appointments I had, he took out a pen and drew on a whiteboard and explained what parts of the kidney are, what they do, and what exactly mine wasn't doing that caused this. So he's very interactive and listens. He's a good listener as well. He will listen to anything, any concerns, any worries, and take that into consideration.
Dr. Boyskin would not only sit down with me and learn about it, but he would also collaborate with the other doctors in San Diego that had a little bit of history with what I had, so that I wouldn't have to go see somebody else. He would just orchestrate it. We'd have a conversation about it, and Dennis, maybe we should try this or we should try that. And that relationship lasted for about 12 years until we worked our way into a transplant. I was blessed enough to have my brother do it, but blessed enough to be able to do it with my doctor. And Balboa Nephrology was just the perfect company / doctor's organization to pull all these different resources together to make sure that my situation got better to them.
With Dr. Patel, I was able to see him for 8 years, and then I was lucky enough to get to see another doctor from Balboa Nephrology, Dr. Lund, after my transplant, I've seen him for 3 years. So it's very awesome that I have two doctors kind of like overseeing the whole process, and it gives me an outlet to have these doctors to ask questions, and I think that's great for any facility, and one of the main reasons I would recommend them.
My life after my kidney transplant has been normal. I do everything from zip line to go swimming. I travel. I go for tandem bike rides. I work out every day. I have lots of friends and family. I'm very social. And my lot in life is to help other people. And I like to tell my story. And I go to schools and teach young kids about how it is to be a blind person and not be afraid of people with disabilities.
Since I've had my transplant, I think I've dropped 30 pounds, but not only that, it just brightened my day to either go walk with my grandson or my granddaughter, take them out, or go hang out with my sons. And, you know, they want to be able to see dad around and grandpa around for a while. So not only did the transplant help, but it mentally gave me the energy to go the next phase of my life.
9 months after I got diagnosed with kidney failure, my brother Dustin donated a kidney to me, and that is now 12 and a half years ago. Now that I got the second chance of life, I want to make the most of it, so I made a bucket list of all these things that I've always talked about doing. And as of today, 12 and a half years post-transplant, I've run 38 full marathons in 28 states, and I've run 79 half marathons. So I've got another 22 states to go. I couldn't ask for a better place to be taken care of for my transplant needs than Balboa.